Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting stories. We start with Jules Kounde, as it has been reported that Barcelona are to take a cautious approach with a key centre back after his recent injury. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking a bit about the words from former player goalkeepers coach Carlos Onzue, his words of motivation to the Barca dressing room, I think 2 days ago, as he insisted that the team should be at peace and they should be highly motivated for every game. We're going to be discussing on everything Onzue had to say to the players to motivate them. Of course, Xavi had to go to Onzue to put some motivation to the players after a loss of morale after a bad week prior to the game against Villarreal yesterday. We are going to be discussing on what Onzue had to tell them. So guys, before we get right into the story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Jules Kounde made his much-awaited comeback from injury during the weekend clash with Real Madrid. The defender, who had picked up a knock during the international break, operated as a centre-back alongside Eric Garcia. Of course, they were tasked with the responsibility of preventing Karim Benzema and Vinicius Jr. from causing menace inside the Barca box. Although things did not exactly go according to the plan, Barcelona are happy to have Kounde back to full fitness. A recent report from Dario Sport has offered an update on the club's plan to utilize the Frenchman in the near future, suggesting that Barcelona have no intention to push the defender to his limits. Having only recently come back from an injury, FC Barcelona do not want to risk relapse from Kounde. As such, they are planning to rest the defender in 1 or 2 matches that the club are set to play next week. Following, the defeat to Real Madrid, of course, we did win against Villarreal yesterday in what was a wonderful game, a wonderful display, especially in the first half where we scored all our 3 goals there. Of course, Kounde played that game and I think he had a very good performance, so it was so important to have him back. Barcelona saw that game. Of course, we play Athletic Club on Sunday and, Kounde can still likely be rested for that encounter, especially knowing the fact that we play against Bayern Munich midweek next week in the Champions League, which can be a crucial game. It depends how the result with Inter Milan will look like prior to the game. Unfortunately for Xavi Hernandez, the Barca coach cannot possibly give Kounde too much breathing space due to an apparent injury crisis in the defensive unit. Andres Christensen and Ronald Araujo are 2 of the club's premier centre-backs sidelined due to injury. While new signing Hector Bellerin, of course, also returned yesterday, he was subbed in the second half and had a decent performance as well. The situation now will force Xavi to utilize Kounde to the fullest extent, though in the short term, giving the Frenchman a rest appears to be the best option. Jules Kounde returned from his injury problems against Real Madrid in the El Clasico. He returned to the starting lineup immediately in that game. Even though he was not in his sharpest form, but I think he did great. Yesterday against Villarreal, he also played and he did so well. Of course, helping the team to another clean sheet. So it's important to have Kounde back in the lineup. It's very crucial to this team, and definitely he needs to be taken care of. Knowing fully well that it's not been too long that he came back from injury problems. Kounde has been one of the best signings so far. There's no argument about that. I think he has been doing so well. We just need to take care. When we consider the fact that our defensive department have suffered a lot injury-wise, it is very imperative for manager Xavi to take serious precaution. Knowing fully well that it's not too long that Kounde came back from injury, so I think using him for full 90 minutes all the time wouldn't be the best idea. Against Real Madrid, he did not finish a game. Against Villarreal, so let's see how it goes. But knowing fully well that the World Cup is next month, just 1 month away, and the fixtures that we have is really packed, just to ensure that we play enough games before the World Cup. and also considering the fact that we still have a lot of our defenders injured, Xavi might just be tempted to be using Kounde most often. So after the win yesterday against Villarreal, we play Athletic Club Bilbao next this coming Sunday in what will be a very, very tough game. We know what Bilbao have been doing this season under former coach Ernesto Valverde. They have been so good. They have been red hot form. So that's not a game that we need to take lightly. And after that, now we have Bayern Munich, at the Camp Nou again. So it's gonna be a triple Camp Nou game for us. So let's see if Kounde starts against Bilbao, knowing fully well that Bayern Munich will be a more tougher opponent for us in midweek. So Xavi will need to do another rotation. Yesterday, to be honest, I really love the rotations that manager Xavi did. The first half lineup was good, and you see the way we played well without using without using Ousmane Dembele and Rafinha. We still played so well. I think Ansu Fati played so well, and Ansu Fati should be starting some games right now. Then on to the next story of discussion. Before their training session on Wednesday, Barcelona were honored by the presence of former player and goalkeeping coach Joan Carlos Onzue to give a motivational speech. The 55-year-old imparted his wisdom onto the Barcelona players as his words were projected at the team's video room ahead of the side's upcoming clash against Villarreal on Thursday night, as Xavi's side have succumbed to back-to-back setbacks against Inter Milan and Real Madrid after a 3-3 draw and 3-1 defeat respectively. Onzue reminded the players that their improving displays have made the fans believe in the club as a whole once again. He said, "Sometimes life makes you live through difficult moments like this one. I have the sensation that you are a great squad. You made every colour excited again, and that feeling is the shit," he said, as per Barcelona's official website. The veteran continued by saying, "Go out and enjoy. Be brave and risky. This is the perfect moment to show how strong you really are. You need to be at peace with yourself like I am." After being diagnosed with ALS back in 2020, Joan Carlos Onzue has shown immense strength in his recovery while also organizing a friendly march of charity between Barca and Man City earlier this season to raise awareness and funds about the disease. Touching on his personal experiences, he told the players, "Don't always look backwards. Imagine for me, after the illness, I don't think about what I should have done or what I did. That will not allow me to live with myself. You will be more calm if you don't focus on that." The great man's wise words are likely to give a struck of chart with the Barcelona players, of course, who would be driven to rise above adversity, much like what we saw yesterday. They played so well against Villarreal, and I think Onzue's words really motivated them for real because it was a great game. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.